Hi, YouTube family. How are you? I am coming to you at, December 11th, 2014. I am 13, almost 13 and a half months, 13 months and a week and a half or so post RNY. Had my RNY October 28th, 2013. So, like I said, a little over 13 months post-op. Let's see, since I posted last, which was right around my 1 year surge anniversary, I have had my 1 year post-op appointment with my surgeon, and that was it was just before Thanksgiving, so maybe 3 weeks ago or so. I'll give my stats real quick. Highest recorded was 309 in the summer of 2012. Started with the Bariatric Center, Weight Loss Management Center in early 2013 and lost 46 pounds prior to October 28th of last year. Day of surgery, I was 263. My 1 year surge anniversary appointment, I was 179. And I had seen a little bit lower than that. I've been bouncing between like 175, 179. Let's see. I'd say since early October. So for 2 months or a little more, I've not really had any losses. Just been in that variable range throughout the weeks, depending on different things. And I think I'd mentioned this in my last video. I think one of the things contributing to not losing right now is I started having hypoglycemic episodes more, again, because I'd had them prior to my surgery when I was borderline diabetic. I'm not diabetic. My blood sugars are good. But this fall, all of a sudden, I started having hypoglycemic episodes, and now they're more frequent. So, told my surgeon about them. He is wanting me to eat more often, like every couple hours, and also really try to get more protein in when I'm eating every couple hours. He thinks what happens is it's not whatever I'm eating isn't the right balance, and then I crash like a couple hours after I eat. So I need to eat more frequently and keep the protein levels high. So I'm gonna, I've been kind of trying that. It happened last Friday night, but we had we went out to a Christmas walk. So I had been walking, been walking back and forth for a while. We did stop in at a place, and we had like just an appetizer tray that was just meats, cheeses, and those little, instead of crackers, it was like the hard bread. And so probably 45 minutes after we left there, we were in Target, and it's just the craziest thing. Felt normal, and then all of a sudden I break into a total body sweat, drenches my clothes. When I get that sweat, I know it's coming, and so I went and found a bench and sat down, and then I just get really weak and shaky. My husband went and bought me some food and something to drink, and so what I'm saying is, I'm eating more often. I'm sure I know I'm consuming more calories, so I'm more in maintain mode than lose mode right now, and I still want to lose some. So I gotta kind of get this regulated, because that's the most important thing. Those episodes are no fun, and they can become dangerous quickly. A couple different times when I was at home before I would get something to eat, I would test my blood really quick, because you need to kind of react quickly and get something to eat. And both times it was into the low 40s, which is not good. And you feel really, really bad. And another thing that happens too is, once I get that blood sugar back up, I just kind of I feel wiped out, and I go to sleep, and it's just the weirdest kind of sleep. It's not a restful sleep. It's just a deep kind of comatose type sleep, and it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel good. So I need to prevent those episodes if I can, get to the bottom of it, but then do it in a way where the daily calories isn't just maintenance mode, God forbid any sort of gain mode, but I still want to lose. I would still like to get into the low 160s, 160, 155, So, I mean, I have the rest of my life, it's not like I have to rush at that, but, I want to keep on that journey going, down. I realize that it's going to be a lot slower than it has been this first, year. But, looking at the overall picture, very pleased. There was a point where I never thought I'd see Wonderland, under two, in my life. I never thought I'd see in the 100s again in my life, long before I even thought about this type of journey. So to be at 79, between, 179, 175, is awesome. And so let's see, what else? Oh, at my 1-year surgiversary checkup, he did find from my emergency surgery that I had in July, he did find 2 more hernias that were more like incisional hernias, because I was cut from right below my breastbone all the way to several inches below my belly button. When I, had the internal hernia that caused twisted intestines and colon, that I had to have 3 sections removed. You can back up some videos if you didn't know that history. But anyway, so he wants to go back in and repair those hernias by putting a mesh in my stomach, and it's not going to be laparoscopic. He's going to have to open me up some again, not as much, but he doesn't know exactly to repair those hernias. And he said, he would really like me to heal more, because it was just in July, and maybe in the spring take a look at it, doing it. So I'm not thrilled about that at all, going back in, but I'll need to get it fixed at some point, because I know if I do strain and lift, even like, a heavy grocery sack, I can feel the pull and the tug. So I know it needs repaired at some point. I'm just going to have to kind of be careful, and just deal with that at some point down the road. So let's see. So yeah, I wanted to talk about the hypoglycemic episodes. I know from a group that I'm on, Facebook, that's like a weight loss support group. There are others out there that have talked about, dealing with hypoglycemic episodes post WLS. And so, if any of you are and have any questions for me or suggestions for me, I would love it. I would really appreciate it. And so that's about it. 2 weeks till Christmas. Well, Christmas Eve is 2 weeks from tonight, and Christmas Day 2 weeks from tomorrow. I cannot believe it. Where does the time go? Oops, my computer's gonna, it became unplugged and it's gonna shut down on me here. Hold on, I gotta plug this back in. So anyway, and I know like a lot of my regular people that I watch are recording less frequently, as I have lately too, which is probably kind of common when we get past that 1-year mark. But I think it's important, even if it's not as frequent. I just hope that we all still communicate, because it's just so helpful to follow other journeys, and keep up with each other and give each other support and advice in these journeys, especially when we get to a stagnant area and still want to see loss. Need to be there to motivate each other. So yes, I need to work on my daily diet, as far as what am I going to incorporate more often to prevent the hypoglycemic episodes, but be in a weight loss mode. Even if it's slower weight loss, that's fine. And I need to, keep working on increasing physical activity, more so now than ever, with it not falling off as easy like it had been. And so I will be in touch. If I don't record before Christmas,